Princess Isabel's name has been dominating headlines across Europe and beyond, but this time it's not for her charitable work or royal duties. The young royal has found herself at the center of a fashion firestorm that has divided public opinion and forced Queen Mary herself to break her usual diplomatic silence. What started as a simple evening out at a music show in early August has transformed into one of the most talked about royal fashion moments in recent memory. The controversy began when Princess Isabel made her grand entrance at the highly anticipated summer music festival held in the heart of Copenhagen. As cameras flashed and social media exploded with real-time reactions, it became clear that the princess had made a bold fashion statement that would reverberate through royal circles for weeks to come. The outfit in question featured elements that pushed the boundaries of traditional royal fashion protocols, combining modern street style with high fashion in a way that left spectators stunned. Queen Mary's decision to address the situation publicly represents a rare departure from the royal family's typical approach of maintaining dignified silence during controversies. Palace insiders reveal that the Queen felt compelled to speak out after days of intense media speculation and mounting public pressure for an official response. Her carefully worded statement has provided unprecedented insight into the royal family's internal discussions about the incident. The music show itself was a celebration of contemporary European artists, drawing thousands of young attendees who were eager to see both established stars and emerging talents. Princess Isabel, known for her appreciation of modern music and her efforts to connect with younger generations, had been looking forward to the event for months. Her attendance was meant to demonstrate the royal family's support for the arts and their commitment to staying relevant in contemporary culture. However, what was intended as a gesture of cultural engagement quickly transformed into something far more complex. The princess arrived wearing an ensemble that immediately caught the attention of fashion photographers and social media influencers alike. The outfit featured a striking combination of textures, colors, and cuts that challenged conventional expectations of how a royal should present herself at public events. Fashion experts have been divided in their assessments of the look. Some praised Princess Isabel for her boldness and willingness to push boundaries, arguing that modern royalty needs to evolve with the times and connect with younger audiences through contemporary fashion choices. These supporters view her outfit as a refreshing departure from the often conservative and predictable wardrobe choices typically associated with royal appearances. Critics, however, have argued that the outfit was inappropriate for someone in her position, suggesting that royals have a responsibility to maintain certain standards of dress that reflect the dignity and tradition of their roles. They contend that while personal expression is important, members of royal families must balance individual desires with institutional expectations and public responsibility. The debate has extended far beyond fashion circles, touching on broader questions about the role of monarchy in modern society, the expectations placed on young royals, and the balance between tradition and progress. Social media platforms have been flooded with opinions, memes, and heated discussions about what constitutes appropriate royal behavior in the 21st century. Queen Mary's response to the controversy has been measured yet revealing. In her statement, she acknowledged the intense public interest in her daughter's fashion choices while defending Isabel's right to express herself within reasonable boundaries. The Queen emphasized that the royal family values both tradition and individual expression, suggesting that finding the right balance is an ongoing challenge for modern monarchies. The Queen's comments also touched on the broader pressures facing young royals in the digital age. She noted that every appearance is now subject to immediate global scrutiny, with social media amplifying both praise and criticism in ways that previous generations of royals never experienced. This constant attention creates unique challenges for young people trying to establish their own identities while fulfilling their royal duties. Palace sources reveal that the controversy has sparked extensive internal discussions about royal fashion protocols and public appearance guidelines. These conversations have reportedly involved not just immediate family members but also senior advisors, communications specialists, and even fashion consultants who work with the royal household. The music show incident has also highlighted the evolving relationship between European royalty and popular culture. Princess Isabel's generation of royals has grown up in an era where boundaries between high culture and popular entertainment have become increasingly blurred. Their approach to public engagement often involves participating in events and cultural moments that previous generations might have avoided. This cultural shift reflects broader changes in how monarchies position themselves in modern democratic societies. Contemporary royals are expected to be both dignified representatives of historical institutions and relatable figures who can connect with ordinary citizens. This dual expectation creates complex challenges, particularly for younger family members who are still developing their public personas. The fashion industry's response to the controversy has been particularly interesting. Several prominent designers have weighed in on the debate, with some expressing admiration for Princess Isabel's willingness to take risks and others questioning whether the outfit was appropriate for the occasion. Fashion magazines have dedicated extensive coverage to analyzing every element of the look, from fabric choices to styling decisions. International media coverage has varied significantly based on cultural contexts and national attitudes toward monarchy. Publications in countries with strong royal traditions have generally taken more conservative positions, while media outlets in republics or nations with more casual attitudes toward formality have been more supportive of the princess's fashion choices. The economic implications of the controversy have also become apparent. Fashion items similar to those worn by Princess Isabel have reportedly seen increased sales, demonstrating the continued influence of royal fashion choices on consumer behavior. This commercial impact adds another layer to discussions about the responsibilities that come with royal status. Educational institutions have begun incorporating the incident into discussions about media literacy, public relations, and the intersection of personal identity and public responsibility. Communications professors are using the controversy as a case study in crisis management and reputation management in the digital age. The timeline of events following the music show reveals the rapid pace at which modern controversies develop and spread. Within hours of the first photographs appearing online, the story had been picked up by major international news outlets. Social media algorithms amplified the discussion, creating a feedback loop that sustained public interest for days. Analysis of social media engagement patterns shows that the controversy attracted attention from diverse demographic groups, with younger users generally more supportive of Princess Isabel's fashion choices and older users more critical. This generational divide reflects broader cultural tensions about tradition, authority, and individual expression. Queen Mary's statement strategy appears to have been carefully crafted to address multiple audiences simultaneously. The language used acknowledges legitimate concerns about royal protocols while defending her daughter's autonomy and character. Communication experts have praised the statement's tone as appropriately parental while maintaining royal dignity. The controversy has also raised questions about gender expectations and double standards in royal coverage. Media analysts have noted that male royals rarely face the same level of scrutiny for their fashion choices, highlighting ongoing inequalities in how public figures are evaluated based on their gender. Fashion historians have placed the incident within the broader context of royal fashion evolution, noting that many looks considered acceptable today were once controversial. They argue that fashion boundaries have always been pushed by younger generations, including within royal families, and that current debates echo historical patterns of cultural change. The international diplomatic implications of the controversy have been minimal but notable. Some conservative commentators have suggested that the incident reflects poorly on the royal family's judgment and could affect their soft power influence. However, diplomatic experts generally agree that such fashion controversies have limited long-term impact on international relations. Princess Isabel herself has maintained a relatively low profile since the controversy erupted, making only scheduled appearances and avoiding additional public commentary. This approach appears to be part of a broader strategy to allow the initial intensity of the debate to subside before engaging more directly with the public discussion. The role of royal fashion protocols in modern monarchies has become a significant topic of academic study. Scholars examining the incident have noted that written guidelines for royal dress often lag behind cultural changes, creating situations where young royals must navigate uncharted territory with limited formal guidance. Media training for royals has reportedly been updated in response to the controversy, with increased emphasis on understanding how fashion choices will be interpreted and discussed in digital media environments. This training now includes social media literacy and strategies for managing online criticism. The controversy has had unexpected educational benefits, with many people learning about royal protocols, fashion history, and media analysis through their engagement with the story. This demonstrates how contemporary controversies can serve as entry points for broader cultural learning and discussion. Fashion weeks around the world have reportedly seen increased interest in looks inspired by or responding to Princess Isabel's controversial outfit. Designers are incorporating elements that reference the incident, showing how royal fashion controversies can influence broader industry trends. The incident has also sparked discussions about mental health and the psychological impact of intense public scrutiny on young people in prominent positions. Mental health advocates have used the controversy to highlight the importance of supporting public figures who face constant evaluation and criticism. Queen Mary's handling of the situation has been generally praised by crisis management experts, who note that her response balanced multiple competing interests. While maintaining family unity, her approach is likely to be studied as an example of effective royal crisis communication. The lasting impact of the controversy will likely depend on how Princess Isabel continues to navigate public appearances and fashion choices. Her future decisions will be closely watched as indicators of whether she has adjusted her approach or will continue to push boundaries. The music show incident has become part of a broader conversation about the future of monarchy in democratic societies. Young people's responses to the controversy may influence how royal institutions adapt their protocols and expectations to remain relevant to new generations. As the immediate intensity of the debate begins to fade, the incident serves as a reminder of the complex challenges facing modern royals. They must balance personal expression with institutional responsibilities, navigate traditional expectations while remaining contemporary, and manage their public image in an era of instant global communication. The controversy has ultimately highlighted both the continuing fascination with royal families and the evolving nature of their role in contemporary culture. Princess Isabel's fashion choice, Queen Mary's response, and the public's reaction all reflect broader tensions between tradition and change that define many aspects of modern society. Fashion students and professionals continue to analyze the technical aspects of the controversial outfit, with some design schools incorporating the incident into their curricula as an example of how fashion intersects with politics, tradition, and social media culture. The international reach of the story demonstrates the continued global interest in European royal families, even among populations with no direct connection to monarchical systems. This interest reflects the role that royal families play as symbols and entertainment figures beyond their official governmental functions. As months pass since the music show incident, its place in royal fashion history becomes clearer. The controversy represents a moment when traditional expectations collided with contemporary culture, mediated by digital technology and global media attention. Queen Mary's response will likely be remembered as an example of how modern royals navigate the challenge of defending family members while maintaining institutional dignity. The incident serves as a valuable case study for understanding how individual choices by public figures can spark broader cultural conversations. Princess Isabel's outfit became a catalyst for discussions about gender, tradition, authority, and cultural change that extend far beyond fashion or royal protocols. Media coverage patterns revealed during the controversy provide insights into how different cultural contexts shape the interpretation of the same events. What some viewed as scandalous, others saw as refreshing, demonstrating the subjective nature of cultural standards and the importance of considering multiple perspectives. The evolution of public opinion throughout the controversy shows how initial reactions can be moderated by additional information and reflection. Queen Mary's statement appears to have influenced some critics to adopt more nuanced positions, illustrating the continued influence of royal voices in shaping public discourse. Educational institutions have found the incident useful for teaching about media literacy, cultural analysis, and the relationship between individual choices and social consequences. Students from various disciplines have examined the controversy as an example of how personal decisions by public figures can have widespread implications. The fashion industry's response to the controversy continues to evolve, with some brands embracing the boundary-pushing aesthetic that Princess Isabel demonstrated while others have emphasized more traditional approaches to formal wear. This divergence reflects broader industry debates about innovation versus convention. As we reflect on this remarkable incident that captured global attention, one question remains paramount in the minds of royal watchers and fashion enthusiasts alike. Will Princess Isabel's bold fashion statement ultimately be remembered as a necessary evolution in royal presentation for the modern era, or as a cautionary tale about the importance of maintaining traditional standards in an increasingly casual world? Don't forget to subscribe to our channel for more exclusive royal news and fashion analysis. Hit that like button if you found this deep dive fascinating, Share this video with fellow royal watchers, and let us know in the comments below what you think about Princess Isabel's controversial fashion choice and Queen Mary's unprecedented response.